Hey, welcome to Mike's Florida Homestead. I'm no spring chicken, but these girls are. And I'll show you what we're doing. These are the young ones that we've got, so they're not in the main cage. They're just in a temporary cage that I put together for them. And we've got 8 of them in there. So some of the things we're doing, in addition to their water and regular chicken feed starter they got in the containers up there, is I've got some multi-grains that I've put together. This is my own homemade, whole oats, sunflower seeds, cracked corn, some other things in there that we bought in bulk and tossed in and kind of mixed it all together for the chicks and for the chickens. This is for the big chickens. So I just started giving this to the smaller ones now that they're getting a little bit bigger. And then up here we have some lemongrass and kale, so I cut that up in small pieces, and yeah, they really enjoyed that. We threw some in a little earlier and they've got most of that already eaten. So those are just some supplemental things that we give them. And of course their favorite thing in the world is dried mealworms, but you know, when you got to pay $25 for a little bag of mealworms, you got to think of some other things out of the farm. Hey, you want to come out and say hi, huh? Yeah. What are you girls doing running around in here? No, we didn't say for you to come out. No, I know, you probably saw the mealworms and SWAT said we would like some more of that. But you girls behave yourself, we're on TV now, okay? So that cage, you see behind them, they started off with that inside the house, actually one smaller than that, and then that one. And then we had to bring them out here and give them a little more room, so we got some, just some regular shelving set up, try to keep their feed and their water off the ground because they scratch and throw this stuff everywhere, and so their water and food gets full, so we have to put that up a little bit higher. But the grains, the scratch grains, I like to just throw in the grass. They can get bugs and grains and stuff, and some little stones in the sand to help with the minerals they're going to need later. I might give them just a little bit more kale lemongrass because they eat that up pretty fast. So we'll probably give them a little bit more of that. So I have just a tub here that I filled with. I had this thing all full of kale, and then I pulled out some of the kale areas and transplanted to the bigger garden. So when it's time for us to eat the kale, we'll have a little bit more. So I try to pick some of the smaller stuff for the chickens, and then when we come over here, I have this 150-gallon raised bed garden up here, and this is just plumb full of kale. So we'll be picking some of that and eating very soon. Next to some of my tomato plants, we got some pretty good tomatoes going on this one here already. That's one of the Bonnie original tomatoes there, and then we got some more in pots here scattered around. One of my orange trees there. Yeah, so we got a lot of tomatoes in here. I still have some colored greens from last year that are still hanging on. They just keep growing up that stalk, but it's been so dry that they're a little bit wilted, along with my lemon trees here that we got going on. So we really need some rain here in Florida. And then over here, more tomato plants. So they're kind of scattered about the yard. And then, of course, the lower garden, I planted some oats and some wheat, but it has just been too hot and too dry. Usually in February you're not seeing 85 degrees, so that was unusual with the winter being so dry as it normally is, but then with this heat it just dried things out. So I have rain catchment system set up from my rain barrels at the house, and they flip a switch and this has holes in it to water this, but we've had like one day of rain in the last month, so they are pretty much dry. So my oats and wheat kind of went to the wayside. So we're going to try that again this fall when it's not so hot, and see how that grows through the winter. Might do a little bit better. Alrighty, well, that's just a quick peek at Mike's homestead right now, just how the young chicks are coming and some of the things we're trying to feed them. Hope this video finds you well and you're enjoying your homestead. See you later.